Today, I'll be starting a brand new series on this channel where I grade the top 10 from each NHL draft. So today, I'll be starting with the 2020 draft, since anything after that is way too early to judge. So the highest grade is A+, and the lowest is F-. So with that out of the way, let's go. Starting off with the first overall pick in Alexis Lafreniere, I'm giving him a D. Lafreniere isn't a bad player by any means, but he definitely has not lived up to his insane hype, and I would consider him a bust. Lafreniere has 46 goals and 42 assists for 88 points in 208 career games. Even though he definitely has not been as good as we expected, he's only 21 and still has a lot of time to get better and maybe one day break out. The second overall pick was Quinton Byfield, and I'm also giving him a D. Byfield has been really unlucky with injuries and illnesses, and that's the main reason why he hasn't been able to live up to the hype. Byfield has 21 points in 45 games with 3 goals and 18 assists this season in the NHL and 15 points in 16 games in the AHL. Although he hasn't lived up to the hype yet, he still has great potential. Tim Stutzle was the third overall pick, and he's an easy A+. Stutzle currently has 36 goals and 46 assists for 82 points in 70 games at only 21. In his career, he's played 202 games and has put up a total of 169 points. Stutzle has a great shot and is pretty fast, and overall, he's the best player from his draft class. The fourth overall pick was Raymond, who lands himself an A-. Raymond had a very impressive rookie season last year, scoring 23 goals and 34 assists in a full 82 games and was a contender for the Calder, but is currently failing to keep up with the same pace that we expected from him this season. This season, Raymond has 16 goals and 23 assists for 39 points in 65 games. In his career, he has a total of 96 points in 147 games. Raymond is a good second liner for the Red Wings and will probably become an elite first liner in just a few years. Jake Sanderson was the fifth choice in the draft, and I'm going with B+. Sanderson's already a pretty good first pair defenseman with 29 points in 69 games for the Senators. Sanderson's a great two-way defenseman, and with a height of 6'3", he is hard to take the puck from. Overall, Sanderson will pan out as a great defenseman for the Sens. The sixth pick in the draft was Drysdale, who gets a C. Drysdale hasn't produced much so far in his career with 40 points in 113 games and no points in 8 games this season. Drysdale was injured for the season very early on, so he barely got to play, which explains the 0 points. Drysdale is a very good skater with his technique and lateral movement, which makes him a very unique defenseman, but hasn't quite lived up to the 6th pick standards just yet. Alex Holtz was the 7th pick, and I'm going with D+. Holtz has 4 points in 19 games this season and 6 points in 20 games in his career. And even though he hasn't been playing well in the NHL, he does have a pretty good 11 points in 14 games in the AHL. At the 8th spot, we have Jack Quinn, who lands himself a B+. Quinn has 14 goals and 20 assists for a total of 34 points in 66 games this season. Quinn was a surprising top 10 pick at the time, but won AHL Rookie of the Year and is very underrated in the NHL. 9th pick was Rossi, who is hard to grade, but I'm giving him a C. The reason why he was hard to grade is that he's not played well in the NHL with just 1 assist in 16 games, but he's tearing it up in the AHL. He has 46 points in 47 games in the AHL with 16 goals and 30 assists. Rossi is a very talented passer and will one day become a top NHL playmaker, but so far he hasn't done anything too impressive in the big show. Last but not least, at the 10th pick, we have Cole Perfetti, who lands himself an A-. Perfetti has 37 career points in 69 games and 30 points in 51 games this season. Perfetti's biggest strength is his skating, as he is pretty fast and has good footwork. Perfetti is already pretty good at 21, and it will eventually turn into a good first-line center. And that'll do it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and like I said at the beginning of the video, this will be a brand new series on the channel. So I'll definitely be making more and more of these videos. The next one will be the 2019 draft, so make sure to stay tuned for that one. And yeah, that's the end of the video, and I'll see you guys next time.